Hello everybody, I'm Mario Fanatic 64. Welcome to Super Mario Galaxy 2. This is Season 4 of my playthrough as I foray into the 3D Mario games and their various spin-offs. Before I begin this episode, I need to preface this by saying that this is all pre-recorded footage and I had to mix my post-commentary over it because partway through the filming, about 10 minutes before I finished filming, I realised that the microphone wasn't turned on, so I had to fix that. So only the 10 minutes alive, only the last 10 minutes alive, I mean. So with that in mind, just forgive me for this interruption. I'm going to get straight into this. This is... I have not been having a good day recording-wise. I've recorded 2 episodes of Super Mario Galaxy 2, and the audio quality was absolutely terrible, so I had to completely redo them and start from scratch. This is my second attempt at filming episode 1. And of course, you know, something had to happen again with the microphone, and I refused to do it again, so I'm just getting this done now. In post-commentary, of course. So, I would have been reading all this dialogue out for you. I might, if I still can. I'm reading this off a tiny little screen. I maybe might be able to get it. The Star Festival has just begun. Toads everywhere, we're celebrating. Okay, so it seems like I can read it for the most part. So, Super Mario Galaxy 2, things I was going to talk about in this episode, if I can remember, I might as well get into them. I'll read this out first if I can, whenever the dialogue shows up. The strange little fellow seemed confused. Was he lost? He seemed to take a shine to Mario. Mario's cap filled with warmth as he felt a new power surging through him. Okay, so things I was going to talk about, things I did talk about, things I forgot about, and all that jazz. Okay, so Super Mario Galaxy 2, I really like this game. If I didn't have like the kind of nostalgia that I do for Super Mario 64, at the time of this game's release, this probably would have been my favourite game ever. I think it does it a lot better than the original Galaxy game. For example, like while it still uses a lot of the same assets and like art direction from Super Mario Galaxy, I feel like Super Mario Galaxy 2 really knocks it out of the park. Like with like color composition and like the models look sharper somehow, like better. I think they really knocked it out of the park with the presentation in this game. And the level design as well is really top notch. It's more linear now. There's like almost no sandbox environments. That's not a bad thing though. Like the game is clearly designed like the way it is, and it works excellently. So Bowser's kidnapped Peach once again. This time he's massive for some unknown reason. My eye is super itchy right now because I am just exhausted. I'll put it in the center of the universe. Have fun with your stupid mushrooms. You're stupid, Bowser. So anyway, if you couldn't tell, Super Mario Galaxy 2, in a way, well, I like to think of it as, like a storybook version, like retelling of the original Super Mario Galaxy. It's pretty neat in my opinion. So you can see these white borders around, like in the opening introduction. It's kind of like the same white borders that are in like the storybook, Rosalina's storybook in Super Mario Galaxy 1. So that's kind of what makes me think it's like a retold version of Galaxy 1, because of course, you know, Mario is not going to be 100 years old, and like when the Star Festival comes back around. Where was I going with this? For the life of me, I can't remember. But yeah, the story is like, it's kind of got like a few like beats that Galaxy 1 story has, but like he told it in like a more childish way. Like, and it just cuts straight to the gameplay, basically. It's trimming the fat. See, right now, going straight into the first level of the game, and we are like 5 minutes into the game. Pee-wee Piranha's Temper Tantrum. Here we go into the Sky Station Galaxy. So, what I was talking about in this episode, I said that Super Mario Galaxy 2, when it was announced in mid-2009 at E3 2009. At that time, I was 14 years old, and I'd recently taken on Mario hacking, various Mario ROM hacks, such as like in New Super Mario Brothers. I started my first New Super Mario Brothers hack in 2009. I also dabbled in a little bit of Toadstool 64 with Super Mario 64. And so I was really into it at the time, and when this trailer comes out on YouTube just out of the blue, says the Super Mario Galaxy 2 trailer, I see it and I'm thinking, yeah, okay, there's no way that that's actually true. So I click into the video and I take a look at it, and it looks, well, like the first 10 seconds of the trailer, I'd say it actually does look like a ROM hack, because I was very skeptical. I thought, yeah, no, someone's having us on. They're just hacking Super Mario Galaxy and pretending it's a sequel. But then Yoshi shows up and Mario's riding Yoshi, and I'm thinking, oh, there's some really cool video editing skills this guy's got. And you know, like as the trailer went on, like it just became more and more apparent that this was actually a real thing, and I kind of had to pinch myself for a little while because I didn't think it would actually happen. Because like nearly 15 years at that point, there had been 3D Mario games. Super Mario 64 had a planned sequel, never happened. Super Mario Sunshine never had a sequel. Super Mario Galaxy up until then didn't have a sequel. So, you know, it was just a dream, you know, that I'd have, like, that a Mario game would get a sequel anymore. So I was very, very skeptical, but when this actually got announced officially, I became super hyped up for it because, well, it deserves all its hype, to be honest, because as I said, I had to play through 2 episodes of this before, and I had to replay this whole hour again, and first impressions from replaying it say that, you know, it was really, really good. It, like, when I played Super Mario Galaxy 1 for the first time, well, not for the first time, when I played it for this playthrough the series that I've been doing, like I mentioned, like towards the end, that, you know, it didn't quite live up to like the expectations that my memory had set for it, and that Galaxy 2 would be interesting because I always preferred it to Galaxy 1. So far, it seems like it's living up to my memories. Anyway, this is kind of what I'm talking about with how this game kind of retells Galaxy 1's story, because this is clearly based on the Dino Piranha boss fight in Super Mario Galaxy, the first level, the Good Egg Galaxy, but it's different, and I think that's like something that Super Mario Galaxy 2 does consistently. You know, it's like when you're adapting like a film, a book to a film, and like, you know, there's always going to be like changes, like things that are like a little bit different, like kind of differentiate itself and make it work better for what they're wanting to do with it. And in this sense, they're doing something that like works better to function as a game. So like they've it's more tonally correct, I believe. Like Galaxy 2 as a whole, it's kind of it has its tone is like a lot more refined than Galaxy 1, and that's what's cool. That it's cool that they went through that kind of effort for this game, you know. So what else can I talk about? Well, before I talk about anything else, Let's talk through. I'm going to talk over this dialogue here. You know what I mean. I'm going to read the dialogue, and you're going to listen, whether you like it or not. So you're this Mario guy my little Lumas won't stop blabbing about, am I right? Sorry to hear about the excitement you had with that monster down in the Mushroom Kingdom. I sure appreciate you bringing us this Power Star though. We need as many of these as we can get. The name's Lubba, by the by. I'm Moncho with this Luma crew. See, believe it or not, we're on a spaceship right now. Took a global grease to convert this little planetoid into a ship, but we Lumas pulled it... see, I had a little bit of lag there, I couldn't read that. Truth be told, the ship, she's not in such hot shape right now. We ran into that monster too. He blasted us with meteors and some of my crew were thrown overboard. So that monster kidnapped your princess, eh? That's cold. Deep space cold, if you ask me. You know what else is cold? That monster stealing every last one of our power stars. See, that's our fuel. Our spaceship runs on energy from stars. Without that, we're stranded here. Hey yo, is that Young Master Luma? It is, isn't it? Wow. Wait, if you have the trust of Young Master Luma, say I might just have a little proposition for you. Hear me out now, your special someone got kidnapped, now you gotta save her, am I right? That's right. And we need fuel for our ship. Now if you think you could get some of our stars back for us, I'd be willing to make this ship your very own for a bit. That's a fair exchange, am I right, Mario? Alright, it's a deal. Okay gang, let's get cracking, yeah? I want everything spaceship shape. And here we have Starship Mario. Well, what do you think? Nice spaceship, yeah? More like a face ship. Ha ha. Well, at least you'll never lose it in a car park, am I right? Har har. So what's next? Don't look at me. This ship has your face on it, not mine. The decision is yours. Feel free to explore Starship Mario, or take the helm if you're ready to ship out. It's your call, Captain. Autosaves. Proving to be the bane of my existence in this playthrough, but I'll get through it just fine. I mean, it's not like I didn't just constantly save all the time in every other game anyway. So, this is the world map. Just point your thing at the destination and press A to jump into that galaxy. Like I said, this spaceship runs on energy from power stars. Right now it looks like we've got enough power to go this far. We're gonna need more power stars, so let's do it. For your princess and my crew. Take it away, Captain. Okay, so of course I go back to Sky Station Galaxy because I don't like to backtrack and I just need to get the star that's in there and then we can move on to Yoshi Star Galaxy. Storming the Sky Fleet. So for a bit more background on this game, I guess, I talked about how I came to learn about the game. I guess I could tell you about how I came to play it. See, this game was scheduled for release in North America on the 23rd of May, and it was scheduled for June 10th in Australia and June 11th in Europe, and that was to be expected at the time in 2010. You know, European regions, they got the game late, you know, always. Then North America and Japan and all that. So a June release was fine by me. You know, it was what, just over 2 weeks after the US. Yeah, you know, it's no problem, you know. But about a month before the game came out in Europe, the Australian release date got pushed back to Taiwan for no apparent reason. So that was unbelievably infuriating to me. Because, you know, for obvious reasons, who wants to wait an extra month for no reason, you know? But it happened and I was pissed and it sucked. This is actually the first game I saved up money and like worked for to buy. When I was, well, in 2009 I was 14. When this game came out I was 15. I worked for $20 a day. I worked for my grandparents who did like weekend market stalls, like craft markets, you know. So each day I'd work for $20 a day, and I would like lift things and carry things and unload and load their merchandise and their storage, their shelves and all that. So I worked for the game. It's kind of my first real work experience. And come July 1, because goddamn that delayed release date for no apparent reason, I was, it was also the first time I literally waited outside the game store to buy a game on day one. Alright, so there's our star, and to get the star we need to get the key, which is over to the left over here. This spiky piranha plant, whatever his name is, he's got the key. We're gonna beat the crap out of him in just a mo. Good job, past me. So yeah, I waited outside the store until it opened. It was like 7 in the morning when I got there. I don't know what time it was when they opened. Probably 8. And I was the only one there. I was the only one there. I was, what? There might have been, I think, did Red Dead Redemption come out on the same day? It was pretty close. You know, it's funny because Red Dead Redemption 2 just came out. Yeah, I was the only one who picked up Super Mario Galaxy. I got a little pre-order bonus. It was like one of those little mini Game & Watches with the Donkey Kong. And anyway, I got the game, stoked about it. After all this time waiting for so long, after, you know, Europe and the US for no reason, I could finally bring it home and play it, and I did. But then my mum was using the TV, so I could, I had to wait even longer until the TV was free, and that drove me a little bit mad. All I had was the, oh, actually I could talk about this later, the instructional DVD that came with it. All I had was that, and because the TV wasn't occupied, I had to load it into a really old computer that played it at like 3 frames a second. So I just watched that, and yeah. But you know, I eventually got to play the game. And it's fun and it's awesome and it was everything I wanted it to be. So no complaints. Speaking of that DVD stuff, for some reason Nintendo really thought that people wouldn't be able to play this game, like that it would be too hard for them. They were so concerned with the difficulty of this game, saying that like it picked up like with the difficulty that Galaxy 1 left off and all that, that people wouldn't be able to play it. Factually, I think that's just incorrect. I mean, this game is like 95% of the time you breeze through it, and just 5% of the time you might have a little trouble with it. It's no issue, you know. But yeah, Nintendo was so worried about it, they actually shoehorned so many hand-holding things about them. They added the Cosmic Spirit that plays the level for you if you die too many times. They added hint TVs that tell you what to do, even though, you know, it's a linear path in all these levels, so how can you not know what to do? And what else did they do? Yeah, they had a tutorial DVD, as I mentioned. Well, in the European and Australian release anyway. And the contents of that DVD was so ridiculously basic. It was insulting, to be honest. Like, it's kind of stuff like to press A to jump or shake the Wii remote to spin, and like how to use those techniques or whatever. What a bunch of crap. I mean, for what it's worth, this game does have a few moments where it is hard, but it is frankly insulting how Nintendo thought it was too hard for people to play, and it's insulting in like other ways too. Like if you think that they made like the following 3D Mario games that came after this were made to be accessible to players, like as if someone couldn't pick up and just know how to play Galaxy, you know? I mean, it's all pre-laid out before you pretty well. I mean, like there's no complex controls like in 64 or Sunshine. You run around, you jump, you spin, you know? But enough rambling about the difficulty and what Nintendo thought of it, because this game is still fucking precious, and I didn't mean to swear just then. I just excuse my French. But yeah, I think this game, it just feels so much. It's like this game was in development for like 3 years or 2.5 years or something like that, and it feels like it's what Super Mario Galaxy would have been if it had like a 5-year development cycle, because that's basically what it is, really. I mean, if you say that maybe Mario Galaxy started development in 2004 and came out in 2007, that sounds realistic to me. It was playable in 2005, so I don't know. I'm just rambling because I need to have something to talk about. Anyway, that is another star collected.
Oh, yeah.
Got a comet medal, got some star bits, 272. Got some more coins. Starship Mario can now advance, but I've got another star to get in Yoshi Star Galaxy, so that's not going to happen just yet. I don't mean to pry or anything, but what is that thing over there? I mean, be straight with me, pal. You hatching alien eggs now? Haha. Oh, it's a dinosaur, though, man. It's not an alien. I mean, I get it. If you don't have a home planet, then everything is alien to you. But like, oh man, everyone knows what a Yoshi is. It's awesome. Spiny control. Yeah, I'm just going to drop the video quality in my preview that I'm looking at, so the computer will hopefully run a little bit better. It's getting a little bit choppy, like, because I'm basically timing this from the audio. Like, I'm watching the picture, it's a bit stuttery and pixely in the app's Windows settings, like the preview window. Where was I going? Yeah, so I'm listening to the audio for like cues on like if it's like lagging or whatever, and sometimes I'm getting some stuttering. So yeah, Yoshi can spit things out. I can use the pointer of the Wii remote to lick up enemies and spit them out and stuff like that. That's really cool. It certainly works a lot better than Yoshi did in Sunshine, for one thing. Like, you know, as I said, the pointer controls works really well in context. And Yoshi can actually swim in this game. I didn't mean to do that. Try that again, and there we go. Thank you. No worries, buddy. Okay. What can I talk about, everybody? I need something to talk about to fill in this dead space. Suppose I could talk about how I only really came to this planet to look for the life mushroom that's somewhere around there. I'm gonna find it in a second. Got it. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. No, I did just talk about how this game isn't really like as hard as like Nintendo made it out to be and all that. But we are about to approach a boss that I would consider kind of challenging for a boss in like the second level of the game. I mean, it's a Mario boss, so you know what you're in for. It's not difficult. But at the same time, I can imagine many kids getting stuck on it. Hello. I don't remember his name, but he looks like Lucky Thunder from New Super Mario Brothers, so I'm gonna say he's Lucky Thunder. Take that. Oh, good job, me. You missed the spiny egg, and you just and you're getting Yoshi hurt. Don't do that. Yoshi's cool. Who doesn't like Yoshi? You know, this is actually, you know, I said that exact same thing the first time I was recording this episode, and I just brought into mind something that I was going to talk about. I don't often share personal stories on these playthroughs, and this isn't really much of a personal story. This is about a dream I had when I was about 6 or 7 years old. I had a dream where there was a real life Yoshi, and I wanted it so bad, and I spent like an hour, like an hour of like dream time. Like, you know how that is, like when you dream and it's like, it feels like it's something like is going on for like a really, really long time, like in like a scene, if you were. So I spent like an hour in dream time, like begging my mum to let me have that Yoshi as a pet. It was eventually she caved in and said yes, and then I got a pet Yoshi, and I was like, oh yay! But then suddenly there was like a time jump, time skip, and it just cut straight to me just giving Yoshi away. I don't even know why I did it, and I'm just like, I'm really sad now, and I don't have a Yoshi anymore. And I'm like, I didn't even get to experience what it was like to have a Yoshi. Jesus Christ. And that made me sad, and it's making me sad again. And I want to pet Yoshi because Yoshis are cool. And if you couldn't already tell by my avatar, by avatar I mean my user icon, I like Yoshis. Who doesn't like a Yoshi? Hungry Lumas. Yes, there are Hungry Lumas in this game. Returning from Galaxy, they're a little bit different now. In the world map, there are Hungry Lumas that eat star bits, and of course, I have never mentioned this before, but you would have seen it by now, that there is a world map in this game, because Nintendo don't like hub worlds, because some people don't like hub worlds, and I don't get that, because I love hub worlds. Anyway, I digress. Hungry Lumas, they appear, they eat star bits. If you encounter them on the world map, they just come to Starship Mario and they're like, hey, give me star bits. In the galaxies themselves, in the levels, if you come across a Hungry Luma, they're going to want to eat coins. So, yeah, that actually gives coins a value, which is nice. Yes. But at the same time, it's also like, we're just shooing a whole bunch of coins here that, like, you'd only ever collect to feed a Hungry Luma, you know? This is the Flip Swap Galaxy. I remember what I was talking about this. So the concept of this level, obviously, you shake the Wii remote to spin, and that flips the panels around. It makes you kind of reevaluate your instincts, like trained instincts from like the first game, because after a while playing the Super Mario Galaxy 1 enough, it just becomes your instinct to shake whenever you jump, to either, like, you know, increase your jump length, or give you a more precise landing, or hit something in the air that you need to. It just becomes that kind of habit. and this level is kind of teaching you to like to fight against those instincts. You know, that's kind of cool. I can appreciate that the developers like came up with that kind of idea. I got a star. Think before you shake. I can't read that text right now because I dropped the quality so much that I can't read text anymore. So maybe I can try and bring it back up a little bit. Let's see how let's see how that works out. None of you know what I'm talking about because you can't see what I'm doing right now. Spin Dig Galaxy, let's go. That is a level called Diggaleg's Planet. So here we have the spin drill thingy, item power up, and it's kind of interesting, and by that I mean, yeah, it's not really. You use it in very specific instances to go to other sides of planets that you couldn't normally do. How did you get up here? With the spin drill, you idiot. Keep an eye out for other lumens ahead. They'll be waiting for you. Yeah, what I was doing here, I was trying to see if I could wall jump between those ledges there, because I wanted to see if I could just quickly wall jump and get the comet medal that is hanging up in the top right area of that little bit. As you're about to see, I'm going to use the spin drill, and there is the comet medal. I didn't even talk about comet medals, so I can talk about that now. So comet medals, they're basically little tokens that you can pick up in the first level of in the first mission of every level, every galaxy. You collect them, and then later, at some like random time, a secret star will open up in that galaxy. You know, personally, I'd just prefer it if you could just do the secret star whenever you wanted to, like just had like 3 star missions instead of 2 in like a galaxy. But it doesn't matter too much, but in this playthrough it's just kind of gonna make me have to backtrack a lot, and I don't like backtracking, if that wasn't already apparent. This Luma told me to wait up for him, but his friend before said that that he would be waiting for me, so you gotta wonder who's lying. Now I can do a backflip up onto that ledge, which I am about to do. There we go, good job past me. Interplanet. Just a little safe spot, little checkpoint. Checkpoints, by the way. I could talk about checkpoints later. I want to talk about Diggaleg right now. It's kind of like going back to like the thing I was talking about before with how Galaxy 2 kind of like reimagines Galaxy 1's story. Diggaleg is Megaleg. It's like, yeah, it's pretty much like a more child-friendly version of Megaleg, I'd say. Diggaleg is. I mean, he works differently, and like they've obviously designed each of these characters like to be reminiscent of the Galaxy originals, but still having gameplay that is unique and works for what they want to do, and works for what they think works better than the Galaxy one. And that's good. That's fine by me. Then back to checkpoints. I don't really see why the game has checkpoint flags, to be honest with you. I mean, on the surface level, it sounds cool, like you hit the checkpoint flag, your progress is saved, so you die, you go back to the checkpoint. But see, here's the thing. Galaxy 1 didn't have checkpoint flags, but still kept track of your progress, you know? If you died on a planet, you'd respawn on that planet. You know? I mean, like, they're invisible checkpoints, but you don't have to go through, like, you don't have to hit the flag to register it, you know? It's like they just added it in for the sake of adding it in. I guess maybe it's easier to make one single, like, checkpoint object that you hit, and that just, like, saves it to memory that that's the last one you use, so that's the last one you drop back off to. Maybe that's why they did it. Like, so they wouldn't have to program, like, individual checkpoints for, like, every planet in the game.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's why they did it. It doesn't really matter all that much though, does it? Two new galaxies have appeared, and I forget about the second one in the Spin Dig Galaxy or whatever it was called. I forget about it for a little bit, but I'll come back to it later, don't worry. I don't want to go inside Mario's ear, lover. Go away. I really hope this episode. I mean, this was just to get a functioning episode of Super Mario Galaxy 2 going, and it was a nightmare. This is not how I wanted to spend my weekend. And by the way, today is the 27th of October for me. That's a 1-year anniversary since the launch of Super Mario Odyssey. How cool is that? In this level, I'm going to quickly go ahead and do a secret star, which I can easily get to. Easily. I just said it easily twice, and now I said it a third time. I totally didn't mean to hit 3 Goombas in a row right there, but I'll take it as it comes. I mean, that's achievement material right there. I got the skills. Into the pipe. Now, Fire Flower. The Fire Flower can turn Mario into Fire Mario, and then he can throw fireballs. Now this game, again, like riffing off Galaxy 1 here, but doing their own thing with it. This is a much better minigame than throwing bombs at garbage. And it's also a hell of a lot easier because you can cheese it by doing this little strategy. That's all you gotta do, and you're guaranteed to win, pretty much. I missed one box, but I'm gonna go get it. Too easy. That's how we do it in the land of Australia. I'm sure I probably read that text in the actual live commentary that didn't get recorded. But whatever. I don't even care. And hello everybody, this is me in another recording session. A few hours later, it is 10:44 PM, and I'm just gonna comment through the rest of this because I didn't get all the opportunity I wanted to before, because this took up pretty much my whole day. Anyway, that is the Bank Toad, and he already has a full stack of 9,999 star bits, thanks to past me and their save files that filled the bank. So props to 2010 Mario Fanatic 64 for doing that, helping out 2018 Mario Fanatic 64 years before he even knew that this kind of thing was going to happen one day. So I don't even need to worry about collecting star bits, really. I can just grab them all from that bank if I need them, and just pay it back whenever. Anyway, back in the right side down galaxy, I'm going to go get the first star. You notice I'm talking a little bit softer, because, as I said, it's 10:46 PM for me now, and, you know, people are sleeping, don't want to disturb them. Seems like that at this point in time I was pretty fed up with things, I guess. I was just breezing through this stage as quickly as I could, by the looks of it. And I did a pretty good job of it. I mean, I almost screwed up there, but I was lucky. Nice music in this stage. Just gotta carefully avoid these thwomps and then kind of wall jump up them a little bit, get the comet medal. I will be waiting here for the next cycle and then quickly get through before I die horribly. Now it's just a matter of getting to the star. Now in this playthrough, I'm not sure if I mentioned it already or not, I get 12 stars and that puts me at the end of World 1. So by the end of this episode I will be fighting Gobblegut, and I will be beating Gobblegut, and by the time that comes along, my live commentary will kick back in because past me would have realised that the microphone isn't turned on. That's coming up in about 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes. Staircase of thwomps. I feel like that little bit there, that little crevice that you hide in, was an afterthought after the developers realised that maybe you can't like get through that staircase of thwomps like in the first try, at least like not most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking the laws of gravity. 5th Comet Medal Galaxy complete. Yes, this is where I remember that I missed a star in the Spin Big Galaxy. Heading over to do it now. It is the Silver Stars, if I'm remembering right. Silver Stars down deep. So they added cosmic clones here. Not much of a threat though. I laughed at this in the original live commentary because that was just way too easy. And Nintendo say this game was hard. I feel like that was a little bit unfair. You could see me, I was clearly shaking the Wii remote there. I feel like Mario could have spun just soon enough to not get hurt by that. What do you call him? I don't even know. Drill guy thingies. just a random little checkpoint planet here. I mean, it could have just sent me straight to the other planet and put a checkpoint where I just landed, but I'm not the developer. It's just me trying to figure out the puzzle, I guess. It's not much of a puzzle, I just kind of had to drill in the right spots. And as you can see, I'm about to take damage from that Goomba deliberately so I could jump high enough to reach that silver star. And that was it. That is the silver stars deep down in the Spin Dig Galaxy. That's not gonna work. That's why I keep going this way, and then I dig again, and then I'm gonna move a little bit again, and then I'm gonna dig again, and then it's gonna drop me right there, and I get the star, and that's the end of the day, and we all go home happy. What does Lubba have to say to me right now? Let's find out. Well, well, what do we have here? A spin drill, huh? That's for digging? Just don't go digging through the center of your spaceship. Might get a headache, haha. The game has been saved. This was just me checking to see if I'd gotten all the stars that I could at that point in time, and I can confirm that I did. In the next episode, there will be maybe 1 or 2 stars that I have to go back for, but they haven't kind of opened themselves up yet. We're going to see how that goes. I'm going to give episode 2 a shot at filming tomorrow. Start over, turn over a new leaf, all that jazz. Because today was not a good day. Okay, so what I was doing here, this introduces the first Hungry Luma that you find in a galaxy. And the Hungry Lumas, of course, they feed on coins in Galaxy 2, not star bits. So I'm going into this sponge room, collecting all these coins that I can get. And woe is me, I end up missing the last coin, but it does not matter because I get enough coins, don't worry, spoiler alert. Introducing the Cloud Flower. Spin to summon clouds, and it's also the power-up that features on the thumbnail. The more you know. And there's our Hungry Luma, and just collecting the last remaining coins everyone need. He's going to need 100 coins, and we got them. We're going to feed the Hungry Luma, and all will be well with the world. That's the stuff. I'm so full. Wow, I think I'm going to transform. A new planet was born. Shoot off and do my stuff. Yeah. And this is a pretty basic area, just keep using the cloud flower to scale to the top, and the stars at the top, and then we're all happy. That's not how you do things past me. Not at all. Hear the star already. Okay, and that is the last star I collect before I realise that the sound has not been capturing the microphone. So, enjoy this relaxed voice while you can, and by that I mean, like, you got like 10 seconds left. Because, you know what, enjoy my live commentary reaction to the microphone having failed. And, yeah, just don't worry about it, just enjoy the ride. And see you guys next episode. What the fuck? My microphone wasn't recording. I'm gonna have to redo the episode again. How long was it not recording for? Hello everybody, I'm Fnatic64, and I don't know how much of the recording was cut out, but yeah, I lost the recording. I'm gonna have to probably redub some of it later. Awesome. Oh, to be honest with you, just this whole playthrough, trying to get this playthrough going is being a nightmare. And of course that had to screw me up. Thanks a lot, game, for doing that. Let's try a bit. No, I was too early. Got the comet medal. That's cool. Moving on. Howdy, Captain Toad. Some monkey with sunglasses challenged me to a race. You go instead. I should be in better shape. Herf, this captain business is going to be harder than I thought. Take that, you stupid monkey. I wasn't expecting you. Good work getting up here. They call me the chimp. Seems like you may be a worthy high-climbing rival. Take this star. We'll talk later. See you around. I've still got a little bit of time in this episode. So I'm going to go ahead and do the castle level, or the fortress level, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go fight Gobblegut. Look at that. I see you brought back some kind of a floaty souvenir. If it's a cloud flower, oh wow. Wow, there sure is some weird stuff out there, huh? Bowser Jr.'s Fiery Flotilla. Gobblegut's Aching Belly. This level has some very strong Galaxy Reactor vibes. Just from that lava planet there. Uh-oh. Oh, everything went better than expected. So you know what, it doesn't even matter that I took damage because I instantly regained it and then some. Time for a boss. Actually a pretty challenging boss. Considering it's the World 1 boss, you'd think it would be easier, but it's a little bit of difficulty to it. Wahaha, made it this far, huh? I won't need my dad's help to finish you off. I've got a big surprise for you. Oh, Gobblegut, dinner's on. Don't forget to protect your bellyache bulges. You could have just said weak spots. Now you just made it weird, man. How can he protect his weak spots anyway? He doesn't have arms. So yeah, the difficulty in this boss comes from the fact that its back weak points are harder to get because when you're trying to get them, Gobblegut's face is right in yours. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Go, and then he's Dunyan rings, as some people would say. Got him. I just happened to be lucky, honestly. And here is our first Grand Star of the game. Can you believe we got a Grand Star in the first hour? Yeah, that's progress if you ask me. Seems like they kind of reused the Galaxy 1 for that bit, but it doesn't make much sense. A portal to the next world opened up. 12 stars. That's good progress if you ask me. I got some star bits, and I got some coins. Wow, look at that. You did it. You brought back a Grand Star. That's great. Now we can use the power of the Grand Star to travel to another world. We're one step closer to retrieving your special one, buddy. Through space and time to an unknown world we go. I'm jiggling just thinking about it. Ready, Captain? Well, that's cool and all, everybody. But that'll be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. This was Super Mario Galaxy 2, Episode 1. I don't know how much of the episode I'm going to have to read from the voice recording not working, but it's gonna have to happen at some point, I guess. Screw-ups always happen from time to time. I'm not redoing this episode again. I'm not playing the same hour 3 times in a row. So, till then, thank you for watching. This was Mario Fanatic 64. I'll see you in episode 2 of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Who knows, we might get this whole world done as well. It'd be a very short playthrough if we did, but I'm rambling, so I'm gonna stop doing that. See ya!